Is there anything on YouTube that's been good, been nasty? The biggest cheater in Guitar Hero history was finally caught.
The year is 2011, and this is me balancing a Guitar Hero controller on my chin.
I watched Mizkif play some Guitar Hero the other day.
I can't see!
Guitar Hero seemed like the kind of game that was fun for a few songs, but the novelty quickly wore off. And most people set it aside, never to play it again.
No, the novelty never wore off. It's goated. Can I tell you a sad story about Guitar Hero, chat? I recently busted out the old Guitar Hero because Rochelle really likes it. And I used to be able to play all the songs on Expert, you know, relatively easily. I played a lot of Guitar Hero. I'm a nerd. And I started playing, and my wrist hurt so bad I thought I was going to die. And the new Guitar Hero controllers are different than the classic 5 buttons. I think they did that because Guitar Hero is giving kids carpal tunnel. I think I have carpal tunnel from the way I held the stupid-ass Guitar Hero controller, and I can't do it anymore. It's so sad, so sad.
I found it incredibly fun. Seeing some of these players can do with their fingers boggles the mind. And one of the best players in recent years, maybe even the best, was a player by the name of Shmooey. Shmooey was a level beyond what anyone had ever seen. He did things that simply no one else could do, perfectly playing through the most difficult of songs, and often at double or even triple the speed they were meant to be played. By the accounts of most other top players, and even Shmooey himself, he was the greatest the world had ever seen. Thought of any trickery
taking place. Look at that board. What in God's name? Well, now it looks easy, but for a while.
In December of 2021, Shmooey posted another world first, playing through the song 9 Patterns of Eternal Pain without missing a single note, something that no one else had ever done. Everyone was blown away, and the comment section of the YouTube video was once again flooded with comments of amazement. But there was one player who noticed something that was off. The finger patterns that Shmooey was using through one of the song's trickiest sections wasn't correct. Based on what he was actually playing on the guitar, he shouldn't have hit all of the notes.
They did a slow-mo.
And what they uncovered was one of the most prolific examples of cheating we've ever seen. Shmooey had been faking most of his accomplishments for years, and also the mistakes he made that led to his ultimate demise.
What do you mean the mistakes he made? He put out a video of him hitting the wrong note, and the note was good. He was obviously...
I really hope you enjoy.
That's the mistake.
While the initial Guitar Hero mania that was so prevalent in the late 2000s has long since waned in years,
this guy's my goat, dude. I feel like I've watched all his YouTube videos.
The game has 4 difficulties: easy with the least amount of notes and only requiring you to use 3 buttons; medium, now
shout out to my dad who really struggled on easy mode Guitar Hero. You'll get it someday, baby.
Playing as fast as possible.
That looks impossible to me.
Stupidly fast speeds. Here are just a few clips to demonstrate what I mean.
That's insane. My wrist is hurting just watching that. Oh, look at his hand! I didn't know what was, like, impressive, and then I looked at his hand. Holy shit, dude.
They are so quick that generally songs played at the normal speed are far too slow, so they need to speed it up to 200, 300, or even higher percentages in order to provide a challenge. To find out if I could do it, you'll need to wait until the end of the video. Before that, let's get stuck into the cheating scandal that has rocked the... Despite everything you're about to hear, Shmooey was and is a really good Guitar Hero player. However, as I've always said, and as history has and will continue to show, being good doesn't make you any less likely to cheat.
Cheaters are cringe lords.
He's only 20 years old now, so he must have
I guess, I don't know, sometimes I'm fascinated by why and how they do it. That's the guitar I used, Xbox 360, triangle looking thing.
Shmooey's full combo of the section
oh yeah, completely agree. To be clear, chat, cheating in like a single player game, like sometimes I used to use Cheat Engine for NBA 2K12 or whatever it was, so I could make my character the best and then just play against the computer. That's fine. It's other people. You don't want to. You don't cheat against other humans. That's cringe.
In the song Supernovae.
You can cheat against dogs. Sometimes I'll hide the ball after I throw it, and then Sophie won't know where it is. That's fine too.
He even managed to win himself a bit of pocket money in the form of bounties. Various people would offer up large amounts. By 2021, Shmooey was easily considered the best player in the world. Whenever you start to do things this impressive, people start to become ever so skeptical. People start to pay closer attention to
Damn, look at his hands, though. This kid is schmoovin'.
And it wasn't
just what was I saying the other day? That's probably why I had so much fun streaming. These cats are cooking.
The webcam is particularly dark in the video, making it hard to see exactly what is happening, but the microphone was working just fine, and you can definitely hear the notes being tapped on the guitar. This song had been FC'd before by the player ArchWK.
They're gonna compare the tap speeds? Oh, this is so gangster.
And it was noted that Arch's tapping speed was much faster than Shmooey's.
That cat's really cooking.
But ultimately, this isn't anything concrete, and nothing happened. In April of 2021, Shmooey uploaded his yearly montage called Shmootage, which featured his best...
Dude, one of my favorite things is learning about niche communities and learning some of the dumb stuff. It's like when people come in my stream, I'm embarrassed that I'd be like, well, that was crinky dinky. But then if ever I was caught cheating or something happened, you'd have to come in and be like, oh man, you missed the crinkathon. Ah, he was really crunging. And the YouTube video would be like, wait, what? What does that mean?
In one of the songs highlighted, the ending is insanely difficult, requiring a very specific technique in order to do it correctly. However, what Shmooey actually played on the guitar was very different. This was quite obvious to the players who were experienced with this song, and several of them confronted Shmooey about his playstyle. Shmooey attempted to provide an explanation of his technique, but no one else could understand how...
In Shmootage Discord server, I brought it up to him. The man has gone live on Twitch and done crazy shit, y'all realize. Is this Mod? Oh, Mods. Mod's always defending. And he first said it could have been the Weetar acting up. Then he said it was the delay and that was only the first cycle. I showed him the second cycle and then he went silent. 10 minutes later, he said he remembered the method, then ghosted me.
And neither could Shmooey. He claimed he would show them in a voice call to prove it was possible, though that never happened. There were also a ton of weird stutters that would show up in various videos. Very obvious sections where there would be inexplicable dropped frames. Shmooey claimed this was simply an error with OBS, the software he used to record his videos.
Wait, that huge pause was in the VOD? Hold.
Could possibly
like the massive blurred screen pause?
There were also a ton of weird stutters that would show up in various videos. Very obvious sections where there would be inexplicable...
That's such a massive pause! It's like 3 seconds.
Something else that was extremely bizarre was when he uploaded a tech FC of Through the Fire and Flames at 250% speed in June of 2021. But then, mere hours after uploading this incredible display of skill, the video was removed. What is convenient, though, is that the people who did watch the video immediately suspected that the video of Shmooey playing...
I'm sorry to cast doubt like this, but do parts of this look sped up? But do parts of this look sped up? Not just the song, you know what I mean. And his webcam is conveniently off for Bridge 1?
Suspected that the video of Shmooey playing seemed sped up.
I fucking love people that are curious about stuff like this, because it can be very easy to be like, oh, he's a YouTuber, he's not cheating, like whatever, he's got a video of it. But this guy very politely was like, hey, I don't want to make waves, but this is weird. He's explicitly said it was blocked and striked. Very convenient for a vid with suspicions. I think it's clearly fake. LOL. Too many coincidences. As Carl said, cheaters don't cheat to do something they're not capable of. Wait, is this before the video is out and it's in the video? They're not capable of, but they cheat to do something they're capable of without the grind. Essentially, I would like to be proven wrong, but this is stupidly obvious at the moment. Oh.
However, there is still no concrete proof of cheating in any of these examples. They are weird and definitely
Besides the 7-second screen pause while the little Pepe is just doing his thing. He's wearing a different shirt when he comes back and shit.
Suspicious, but not 100% reliable. And then it happened. In December of 2021, Shmooey would upload a video that changed everything. This wasn't just suspicious, this was blatant, and it would expose one of the most prolific cheaters in video game history. In hindsight, it's actually hilarious that no one noticed the glaring problem with this video, but it would eventually be spotted. First, something else was noticed. About a month later in early January, several of the top players were watching Shmooey's video in a Discord voice chat. Most notably was the player Jobu, who realized that during one of the later tapping sections, the technique that Shmooey was using was completely wrong. Unlike the previous example of Shmooey playing incorrectly, this was irrefutable. It was crystal clear that he was not hitting the notes he was supposed to be. The player Frith then reached out to Shmooey, asking,
"Yo, Shmoo, I was looking over your 9 patterns FC to figure out how some of the methods worked. Would you be able to explain what you do for pattern 15? It's a furry. Because from the video, it doesn't look like you're tapping red on the fast part.
Him exactly how he played that particular pattern. Shmooey's response was both illogical.
Oh, he gives a response. He says, that doesn't really explain how the double reds hit still. I've slowed it down to check, and the method still logically shouldn't work without tapping quints, which isn't what's happening. My fretting hand is still within red, because it's not an actual zig pattern where there are greens every other note. Right, but you're anchoring green. This is some nerd shit. But you're anchoring green and presumably fretting a grib quad zig, right? This is alien. Fretting a grib quad zig, right? And tapping a Gaibo quad. This is my new Twitter bio. Fretting a grib quad zig, right? And tapping a Gaibo squid. I'm fretting a quint in this instance. And then it just ends up with a huh?
And more difficult than what other players would have used. And also, it didn't even match the technique that was shown in the video. But even
this whole video could be fake and I would have been got.
For 2 seconds at the very end, a Windows Media Player overlay appears on screen.
Wait. In the YouTube video. So it wasn't like a raw recording. He recorded his Windows Media Player screen? No. The name of the Windows Media Player file is like VOD edited, fixed section 15.
Why on earth would Shmooey screen record an existing video? The bizarre inconsistencies were getting out of hand, and this prompted players to start going over many of Shmooey's videos with a fine-tooth comb. It also just so happened that his Through Fire and Flames Tech FC that had been supposedly struck down due to copyright had been saved by someone before it was removed.
LMFAO, the TTFAF 250 vid got striked. I happen to have a copy of it though. Do you? Please send. All right, one sec. I'll make a Dropbox link real quick. Then I'll DM it. I might just make it unlisted or private, or just do it at a faster speed and work around the audio. I don't know what to do, man. That shit was one of my favorites. Overlay the audio and pitch it down. Lamau, how does YouTube even detect that it is flames? It's 250% speed, WTF. That's so funny that he took it down and someone's like, oh, don't worry. I already downloaded it. I downloaded it off YouTube, you dirty son of a bitch.
Several players had finally had enough and decided to confront Shmooey with everything suspicious they had found. Initially, Shmooey was adamant that everything was legit.
Confronted him on stream?
He claimed that he needed...
Oh, no, it's a Discord stream. Sorry, they're doing it in a call, but they recorded.
...to re-record a media player video through OBS because of rendering problems, which is why the overlay appeared on screen.
It's funny because he's the best, so he can always just say, hey, get good, losers. How do I do it? Because I'm the fucking best.
As the call continued and pressure mounted, he finally confessed to a total of 4 faked videos.
The vid of Flames did get taken down by a strike. But I will say this is one of the few times in which I tried to do anything suspicious. Everything else that people are looking at is going to be, as far as I'm aware, legit. Okay?
As far as I'm aware, what the fuck does that mean, Shmooey?
The method used was splicing, which is one of the most prevalent ways people cheat in speedrunning. Taking 2 different sections and using video editing to put them together. You can see the score counter actually drop by 5,000 points at the splice.
Oh.
This was a massive error, which explains why the video was removed immediately. If you splice the webcam, that is immediately obvious. So in
Yeah.
order to get around this problem, you have to record the game footage separately and then fake a webcam video over the top. Shmuel stated in no uncertain...
He's a fucking comedian.
The players now knew that at least some of Shmuel's videos were fake, which is a really good start. Analyzing known faked videos is one...
No, that's a really good finish. If the best player in the world, who has a bunch of records, admits that maybe a few of them were a little stinky cheaters, you just take all the records away. That's it. Oh yeah, you cannot trust anything Shmooey's done ever.
Through a full analysis, it was quickly realized
Yo!
that almost every single one of Shmooey's videos had been faked in this way.
All of them! All of the videos! It's so funny. Monster.exe remix 125%. I trust Shmoo. What the fuck? Why would you trust? Apparently real. No, don't trust. Every other video was fake. What was the other one that wasn't? I trust Shmoo as well. Insane.
Ultimately, all of the weird oddities people had noticed over the years were legitimate clues to something more sinister. It just took several years and a slip-up from Shmooey to unravel it all. On January 15th, Shmooey uploaded a video confessing that most of his videos were inauthentic, though he didn't go into any technical detail. He also clarified that he played songs at 75% speed and then increased the video speed to 132.5%. The math here is slightly off, as he should have sped it up by 133.3% in order to correct it properly, which is why his tracks ended up being slightly slow.
Oh, if he was better at math, he might have been safe.
To his credit, shortly after his full confession, Shmooey also paid back all of the bounties he had won, totaling several thousand.
Wow, that's actually really cool for someone who cheated and I hate. I think most people would just disappear.
He unlisted all of his videos on YouTube, privated his socials, and said it was time for him to go.
Wow.
This is definitely one of the worst cases of cheating I've ever seen, and one of the reasons for that is the relative scope of the effort Shmooey put into his faked videos when compared
absurd,
to the size of the community. Guitar Hero has a relatively small group of top players when compared with some other areas of gaming like speedrunning or esports. There are a couple of exceptions like Asai, who has a very large YouTube channel, but generally there isn't much fanfare or popularity that comes with being the best at this particular game. And yet, Shmooey, over the course of several years, spent an ungodly amount of energy creating these fake scores with no real payoff. He didn't amass a huge following or have much to show for his cheated accomplishments outside.
Yeah, that is crazy. 3 years, he got $2,700 in bounties and a few thousand YouTube subscribers.
The people who devote themselves to Guitar Hero might be small in number, but they make up for it in dedication. I will put a link in the description to one of, if not the greatest full combo in the game's history. Please go and check it out.
That was a great
I hope
video.
You're having a
That was awesome.
fantastic day. Video.
I can't believe I never knew about Shmooey. Megalodon first ever 100% full. Is this a 20-minute track? Don't do this to yourself. Don't do this to yourself. Do you think his face is going to change as we get closer to the end? When do you think the person in the bed sits up and goes, wait, is this the run? All right, chat. He's only 4 minutes away, I think. Bed guy's texting his mom. Peep the stream. Bed guy is bed guy's pogging. He's literally pogging his mind off right now. Guy went from pogging to hands over his mouth. He's so nervous. His eyes. He knows. He knows. He said, hit the line. The rest is easy.
Holy fucking shit! Dude. Dude! I just fucking did it! Dude! Oh.
The fact that a gift sub just went baba booey. It's so funny while they're hugging.
Did it! Dude! Oh.
Baba booey. Damn, that was cool. Does that YouTuber have anything else that was sick? Let me check. Oh, does he do speedrunner cheating videos? Is that his thing? The worst fake speedrun on YouTube. What were they thinking? This has 15 million views? I'll give it a shot.
Cheating exists in every single competition, and speedrunning is no exception. But what would happen if I tried to fake a speedrun for a game I didn't play? This would make it much harder to do. It would perhaps make it impossible. They uploaded a video titled Pasando Super Mario en 5 minutos, which translates to Passing Super Mario in 5 minutes. The description states, "Join us to see how our friend Tavo Betancourt, in a relaxed and fun way, plays this legendary 80s Super Mario video game incredibly in just 5 minutes. He has a pretty nice layout containing the essentials like a timer and heart rate monitor. I wonder where he got the
heart rate monitor's
inspiration to
above and
include
beyond.
those." The premise is simple. Tavo is going to finish Super Mario Bros. In 5 minutes, which honestly isn't that crazy of an accomplishment. It's really
It's
nothing
still
too
pretty
amazing.
crazy.
But the problem is that Tavo isn't a speedrunner, and despite not being incredibly difficult, beating Super Mario Bros. In 5 minutes does take some time to learn how to do. Tavo has his own YouTube career to worry about.
5 million subs and the dude's cheating?
If you are not a speedrunner and you want to try and fake a speedrun, your only option is to steal footage from somewhere else, which is exactly what Tavo does. The choice of footage doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense though, and this might be because he has no clue about Super Mario speedrunning, but he chooses a tool-assisted speedrun. The task was made by KLMZ in 2008, and from the first moment of the speedrun, we find out why it was a bad choice. The task uses a technique known as fast acceleration, which is performed whenever Mario starts from a standstill in order to get to max speed in the quickest manner. The problem with this technique though is that the inputs require you to press left and right on the same frame. While the software does technically allow these inputs to happen, they aren't possible to do on a regular Nintendo controller because of the way the D-pad functions. It is for this reason that the technique is banned from use in speedrunning. So aside from the fact that fast acceleration
literally 2 frames into the video, you know that it's fake. That's so funny. It's funny that this guy's got 5 million subs.
There might be a couple of
and he's
reasons
just playing
this was
Mario. He's
done.
not reacting.
The first being
he's
the
not
fear
talking.
of the music triggering
pull up the
YouTube's
Coke.
copyright protection.
Oh yeah.
The other might be going to play the shortcut and then pause it for a few seconds. See if you can identify what's wrong with the run. If you want to try and work it out, you'll probably need to watch it a few times.
I mean, the jump is not synced with the jump. Is that just me?
To watch it a few times.
Does he get an extra coin? There's no way I can count the coins. Oh, there's a number.
To watch it
there's a
few
number. Okay, so he goes in with 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's he should be at. Yeah, it's already wrong. It's already wrong. Oh, it also does 1 extra. Is it right? I don't think so. He's got 1 coin. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He should be at 12 and it's at 13.
Congratulations to those who managed to figure it out. The problem here is that Tavo collects 11 coins in the room, but the coin counter goes up by 12. For some reason, he decided to use footage from a different run for the shortcut. Tavo was keenly aware of this, so his solution was to crop the top display from the original TAS speedrun. Throughout the entire run, the display will be from that same TAS.
I did
the crop
count
was
right.
really poorly
He
done.
used the cheating top bar. I
And
got
this
it. I was
brings
looking at
some
an
pretty
increment
funny
and that was
consequences.
crazy. I think he cheated in my opinion.
In 1-2, different footage is
It's also
completely
funny, this
pointless.
guy's a YouTuber. He's not a gamer. He's not a speedrunner. How is he going to do sub 5?
It just switches between 85 and 89 for the entire run. I mean, it's obviously fake,
I didn't even notice the fake heart monitor.
but they could have at least tried to make it seem realistic. Oh, and I haven't even mentioned the fact that Tavo is making a complete mockery out of the entire thing by sipping Coke and eating pizza between levels. I'm not entirely sure what the motive behind this creative choice was, because one might think they are trying to make it obvious this entire video is a joke, but I'm not too sure about that. Given all of the effort they are going to make this footage seem original and hide the fact that they stole it, it makes it seem as though they are playing this one straight. The original
The
runs
85,
weren't
89
credited.
part is
there was no mention
so
that this was
funny.
a parody, so I can only take the Coke
As a
drinking
parody,
and
this is
pizza
really
eating
good.
as him trying to be unironically cool by playing at such a top level while eating and drinking. Heading into Bowser, the TAS faces backwards until hitting the bridge switch, maintaining frame-perfect jumps in order to do so. His heart rate skyrockets to a blazing 95 beats per minute. Afterwards, when
Oh, it went up for the first time.
Mario gets to the princess, there is another splice in the footage. I'm guessing this was because they needed to extend the end screen so that Tavo could milk his reaction as much as possible. Speaking of which, Tavo gives one of the greatest performances I've ever seen.
What? Did I lose audio? Hello?
Tavo gives one of the greatest performances I've ever seen.
Oh, video got muted? Oh, they probably copyright struck it or something?
What's possibly the weirdest thing of all though, is the fact that the timer ends up being 5 minutes and 12 seconds, even though the actual time of the run was 4 minutes and 54 seconds, as that was the final time for the TAS. I am clueless as to why the timer doesn't match up with reality. One reason could be that it's obviously just a self-made timer and sucks at being accurate. That is probably the case. The other reason is that they knew the actual time of the TAS run they were basing the display off was faster than the world record. And they thought that beating the record by 2 seconds would make the fact that the run was fake a bit too obvious. Another weird thing about the video is that he doesn't even start or stop a timer. He clearly hasn't watched any speedruns and has no idea how the speedrunners actually use their timers. Original content,
I agree. If he just took someone's run that was like not good, but was like, it had to be under 5 minutes, right? 4:59, they might figure that out.
Believe it or not, the real speedrunners still get comments on their videos suggesting that they stole footage from Butterbun.
No fucking way. Some of the parts of this game are from Bottabun's video. I think it's a fraud.
Thank you so much for watching.
Good video. That's so funny that they did that. And Carl Job's actually pretty goated and scroted. Those were some fun videos. Really based on video game cheating, but both of them interested me in different ways. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Big Peepaw to get out of here. I'm going to go watch the Mr. Beast Crown thing. I'm not going to raid Mr. Beast in Crown because that would be insane of me. They have enough viewers. But I'm sure there's someone out there streaming.